And then here, what I love.
Yeah, this is kind of cool. So, voila.
I'm Carisha Swanson. I'm here to show you this incredible kitchen.
Hi. Come on in.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thanks
who's
for
this
coming.
little one?
This is Olive.
I'm so excited to see this incredible kitchen. Should we get into it?
Let's check it out.
Well, this is pretty incredible.
Aw, thank you.
It's gorgeous in here. This is your home, but you're also the designer for it.
Yep.
So how did that kind of work for you? Had you worked on other kitchens before, or was this your first big project?
This was my first project.
Wow.
And I had planned on building the house for quite a few years.
Yeah.
And had chosen the architect, Eric Olson. And we met numerous times and discussed the program and what we wanted it to look and feel like. And then we dove in and I just loved the process and I loved working with him. He was great. We definitely wanted a connection to the outdoors, which we sort of had before and we wanted to expand on. And
Quintessential California living.
Yes, the indoor-outdoor thing.
Was it torn all the way down to like the studs, everything?
No, all the way down to raw dirt. Yeah. We didn't save anything. There was nothing worth saving, trust me.
Okay, so what I see in here, what's so amazing is it feels like this kitchen's been here for a while. I look at these floors, I look at these gorgeous beams, and it feels like not so new.
My objective was to make it timeless. So it wasn't trendy. I wasn't following like things that were just kind of happening in the moment.
Right.
I wanted it to feel very warm. The floors are exquisite surfaces. They're a European oak in the herringbone pattern. I think that just brings a lot of life and warmth to the space. Yeah. And the beams, of course, they bring a ton of warmth to the space. And they're old from some old barn in the East Coast.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I mean, really, it does feel very homey, which, this is your home.
Yeah. And we wanted a breakfast nook. I knew I wanted that. A place where we could just gather, and as our family got smaller and smaller, which it has over the past few years, we could still
kids
feel,
are in college and
kids are launching, and we can still be a family in that spot, and that's where we eat all of our meals.
And I love the color that you chose for this area.
Oh, thanks. That's a Pharaoh and Ball Inchiara, it's called.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, thank you. So since this is where kind of the action happens with our meals, I wanted to create a place where we could easily get out our everyday dishes out of here, our silverware.
Oh, gotta love a well-organized drawer.
Thanks. When we set the table, it comes from there. And then this is the fridge.
But this Lazy Susan's in the fridge, new best tip for organization.
It really helps because how stuff gets lost. It's in the back and you don't use it for a year. So
then it's something special.
Exactly. And then these are all refrigerated drawers. So that's produce, veggies, and this one's all drinks.
So this entire thing is refrigeration?
This is all refrigeration. And then the freezer drawers are here. And it's not a ton of freezer space, but the drawers hold lots and lots of stuff. You can just kind of stack it up in there.
I love that you decided to do it that way because most people just have this wall of, refrigeration and freezer. And the way you've broken it up is really cool. You don't need that much freezer space. But ironically, this is probably as much freezer space as normal people have anyway.
It is a lot of freezer space. It just holds lots and lots of ice cream.
Right. We definitely have to get into that. Before we go in there, let's talk about this crazy island that you have here. So what is this material?
This is Calcutta gold marble, honed. I sort of like that it's lived in.
Right, exactly. It's definitely Calcutta, and kind of all those marbles are very European, right? The Europeans don't mind that they kind of get a little beat up over time because they're still beautiful. It's what adds to the character.
Exactly. Yeah.
What's hiding here besides your dishwasher drawers?
This is kind of cool. So, voila. It's just a pedal, a very, very easy to install, $100 aftermarket pedal. Great, because a lot of times your hands are full of messy chicken or whatever, and you just and I usually keep it on warm, and then I just it's super easy. I would recommend everyone put one of those in.
So then also here, this is a beautiful range.
Thank you. This is a La Cornue Fay. The ovens are a little bit smaller, but it just took a little getting used to, and a standard cookie sheet will fit in there.
A standard
sideways.
cookie sheet will fit. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it heats up really fast. I love it.
What is covering this?
That's just a drywall.
Oh, really?
It's supposed to look like plaster.
Yeah.
But it's just, we cut it to a shape that I really, really liked, and I wanted it to sort of just go away.
And you're really about lower cabinets here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the most part. And I'm really about drawers. I love drawers because you can store so much in them. This is a nice,
super organized.
Yeah. And then this one is spices. And one thing we did after we built the house, the bar is over in the dining room.
Okay.
There's a wine room and all of the liquor stuff is there, but we realized it was a little far to go.
Sure, I mean, when you need a drink, you need a drink.
Right, so we kind of did like a local bar here.
I love it.
And then this is the sort of beverage center. So this was a big investment and something that I knew I sort of wanted as a focal point of the kitchen. And then this is an ice maker.
Oh, great.
So, we just get ice out of here. And then another kind of fun thing is this water filter. So this is our drinking water. And it just comes out
Oh, that's great.
room temp.
So one last thing in this actual kitchen space is, we kind of talked, we were standing here at the beginning talking about your island, but you have made sure, despite how big this is, that you have storage throughout here.
And these are all functioning drawers. This is like sunglasses and electronics and whatever. And there's a junk drawer over there that you really don't want to put your hand in because you could lose it.
Yes.
And then under here is storage for linens or whatever. It's pretty good storage.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
So it really
it
utilizes everything you have here.
Yeah. I actually have a couple of empty cabinets. Can you believe it?
Really? That's great.
I know. When did that happen? So this is a pantry that I designed.
Oh, this is great.
Yeah, this is where I keep all my cookbooks.
Yeah.
Obviously food, all my appliances, the microwave's in here, the toaster, which we use all the time, so they can go in there, and there's like a little cutting board and do their toast in there.
I see, like, everything kind of makes sense in here, and the Lazy Susan idea, again, is so smart.
Yeah, it works.
No excuses for not putting the groceries away.
Exactly.
It's fantastic.
Yeah. So this is where we do all of our outdoor California living.
I think I just heard you invite me forever.
That'd be fun. So we have a raised fireplace where we have done a little bit of cooking, and then obviously just a grill, and our new addition is a pizza oven, which we're having so much fun with. Really, really fun. Okay, and this is another place where we like to hang out, have a drink after dinner, whatever. 2 people can fit in each of these chairs, so it's super cozy, fun. All right, and then this room was sort of an afterthought. This was going to be a pass-through from the family room initially, but our family was traveling in Israel and they had these juicers everywhere we went. And so I bought one, and then I was working with the architect, Eric, and I said, Eric, we've got to find a place for this darn juicer. And so we decided we would make this whole room a refrigerated space for wine storage and to keep the glasses cold and sort of extra space. And then the one thing we didn't do in here, which I wish we would have, is to put a refrigerator. So for the white wine and the champagne, space to get that stuff really, really cold. So we'll probably do that eventually.
Does your husband know that that's happening?
He doesn't know yet, don't know.
It's really hard for me to believe it started with this, but
it did.
This is definitely a brilliant idea for a little leftover space. Who needs a pass-through when you can have a refrigerated wine room?
Exactly. Just a few more bucks.
Just a few more dollars. Thank you so much for showing us around. This is truly an incredible kitchen, and I cannot believe all the things that you've done in this brand new home.
Oh, you're welcome. It was fun.
Thank you.